Hello again everyone, Deflect here, Firm and Fair Gaming. Want to bring you a quick video on how to gear out an endgame DPS. Now this is not going to be with 306 augments because right now they're not really worth the price that they are costing. So for what I do on my DPS, as you know, the stats you are going to want are alacrity is going to be 12, 13 for most DPS. I'll say that right now. There are a few exceptions, and a couple that come to mind right off the top of my head are the Sage and Sorcerer, because they have an alacrity bonus built in, so you go for a higher one to get your global cooldown down. So for most, it will be 12, 13 alacrity. For the accuracy, there's a great argument over whether it's 1589, which gives you 110%, and this is based on the stats they give in this, where it's saying 10%, or 1590. I go 1589. It's just what I got to easily, so if you want to do 1590 to be safe, by all means do 1590. They are saying at 1589 that you can miss once like every 1,000 or so attempts or attacks. I haven't seen it. I haven't noticed anything, but that's what they are saying, just so you're fully aware. Now, the rest you dump into crit, and as I've said, I'm only running 286 augments because I think that 306 are a waste, and 286 are not a bad price. So, how I get there is different on each character I run. But I run the Advanced Proficiency Stim, which frees up 264 accuracy, and it gives me an extra crit rating of 109. So this can be run with Biochem. You can use the reusable ones. If you don't have Biochem, that's okay. You can buy purple ones that give the exact same stat. So you don't need to have the reusable one. I think the purple ones go for about 120 or 130k, and they last 4 or 6 hours. I forget. I think it's 6 hours on the reusable, or 480 minutes. Right there. Sorry, I wasn't even reading. Right there. So 480 minutes. Nice and easy. Just 8 hours, and you can use it up. So that's not bad at all. And I also use, because mine are Biochem, I use the reusable power increase of 105 or 1005, and those are the two stims and adrenals I run for the character. But how I get there, it just matters on what character I'm running, and because I'm lazy and don't want to swap, I gear mine for 75 content, which is power and mastery. If you're doing a lot of level 70 content, then you don't need this because you will be capped on it. But I'm lazy and don't want to switch. So I always gear power mastery for my relics. And then it just depends on what I have. Like this one, I have the ear that's accuracy, an ear that's alacrity, a crit one. And going through, you will have to mix and match lower numbers on the accuracy to keep it very close. This one happens to be a 394 with with crit mods, all crit mod with a crit enhancement, then another crit enhancement, an alacrity one, but you will have to keep it low to make sure you don't go over. So this one's 441. I mixed in a 341, but it's mix and match. Whatever you have in your bank, you might not have the same ones I do. You might have different options. Mix and match to get to your 12. 13. And see, this one's 101 accuracy. All these are crit mods. Crit mod 401. This one I did throw an accuracy mod in at 108 to get me there. That's just what I was able to mix and match. So I was able to throw a different crit enhancement in here, and then my alacrity enhancement and my crit augment. So I do a lot of crit augments because augments are changing. So I like to have personally, I like to have my gear set. So I like to do it with enhancements and only run very minimal augments. And that's just my personal preference, because if I do upgrade to 306, I don't have to rework any stats. All my stats will stay the same because it'll all be done in enhancements, and then just my crit will keep building. So that's the way I personally do it. Feel free to do it any way you want, but that's just the way I personally do. And in the end, it gets me 3,322 crit. So a very good crit number. Almost bang on both these. The Alacrity's 3 off, and this one is perfect at 110 for me. So that's the way I gear them. Feel free to gear yours any way you like, but remember to keep it as close to the stats as you can without being under, because if you're under, it's not good, but if you're over, you're wasting stats. So this is good for most DPS. Not all, like I said, not all. There are occasions. I think the other exception is, I'd have to go back and check, and I think it's the Vanguard has a Alacrity boost as well, but I'd have to double check on that. It might not be them. Anyway, this was Deflect, Firm but Fair Gaming, and as always, if you could hit that subscribe button, like, share, and see you in the next video.